you want to do next one?
Yep. Application, I'm going to pronounce that, Yarnan Corporation doing business as Mix-It, Guanshan Jarawat, manager, holder of Wine Malt Beverages restaurant license at 1678 Mass Ave, has applied for an alteration of the premise to include a seasonal outdoor patio on the public sidewalk. No, I emailed it again. Good evening.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the Commission. Again, James Raffi on behalf of the applicant. Nancy, seated to my right is...
Nancy.
you give your name and then spelling.
N-U-A-N-C-H-A-N. The last name is J-I-T-J-A-R-V.
We call her Nancy.
Okay. Good evening, Nancy.
So after months of extensive renovation, Nancy has opened her establishment on Mass Ave in that block just beyond Shepherd Street. She is operating a Thai noodle restaurant. Is that
Japanese.
Japanese?
Sushi.
As the Commission is familiar, many of the restaurants on that stretch of Mass Avenue provide outdoor seating, and it has created a bit of an ambiance. Ms. Jitterick is looking to join that collection of restaurants to have a few tables and chairs on the sidewalk. There is one issue that I want to bring to the board's attention, and that involves the specific location. I suspect the Commission may be aware we've been working with DPW, and they've redone that stretch of the sidewalk in Mass Avenue, and there's it seems to be some ongoing discussion as to whether these tables and chairs should be up against the building or out at the curb edge, as you know we have in Central Square. So in our discussions with DPW, we were informed that whatever determination is made, it would be done on a macro level, so that there would be consistency in where these tables are located. So our application seeks to put the tables along the building edge, as is more common practice. But we understand that this applicant and others may wind up with those moved. It's not clear to me who ultimately will be making that determination, but that is the one unresolved issue with the application. So whatever it would appear that whatever the city policy is determined to be on the location, this licensee would obviously follow that policy in terms of the table location.
Is this next to West Side?
Yes.
Yes.
And their table location is against the building, is that correct?
Yes.
I believe the Temple Bar is against the building. I believe all of them are. So if there's a move, that's why if there's a move, we would just forewarn that there's discussion about relocating. We elected in our application to be consistent with the other licensees, and we've been told that there's a possibility, I don't know how that would come about, that the policy may direct the chairs to the other edge of the sidewalk.
The application doesn't indicate if it's with alcohol or without alcohol.
Well, the intention is with the beer and wine.
And we have not heard from Public Works at all. I have tried to contact them with no response.
We have had extensive engagement with Public Works, Mr. blanking on his name.
Best.
Best.
This is right.
And how many tables are you looking for? How many seats?
It's only a handful.
2 tables and 2 seats for each, so totally 4
Four
seats.
seats.
And then what would you be putting up as a barrier? A sanction?
I think we had anticipated using the stanchion with some type of a rope or was used by, I think, Temple Bar has planters, but West Side appears to have a post with a rope around.
So instead, I'm tempted to go ahead and just make a motion to approve it, but I guess my concern is I don't want it to get stuck in DPW.
Just to give some context, we delayed for several months the filing of the application in consultation with Mr. Best because he continued to say that he thought this issue might need to be resolved, but it seemed after a while that there was growing uncertainty as to whether or when that would happen. So I think we informed him that we were filing, and it was our understanding that whatever policy outcome was, that we would obviously follow suit. So I'm not sure what the mechanism would be for premises that the License Commission has already approved up against the building going out to the curb edge, and I don't think Mr. Best has frankly thought that through. So he agreed that it was illogical for one licensee to be at the curb edge.
Right.
So we filed along the building edge, and obviously it would be incumbent upon us to get that sign off because we can't complete this process without it. But I think this was seen as well, if we could at least get this approved pending DPW approval.
And city council as well. But I'm
Right.
just looking at the diagram, at the architectural drawing, and there's significantly more than 5 feet of passable space, even with them up against the wall.
Yeah, I don't think it's the passable. I think, as was explained to us, it's just a thinking about where the pedestrian lane is versus where that lane is.
Yeah, but just looking at this, even taking away where tree wells might be, there's 5 feet. So there's in excess of 5 feet.
Right.
And ADA requirements are 48 inches.
Are there any members of the public that wish to be heard in this matter? Seeing none. I make a motion that we approve the alteration of premise to include seasonal outdoor patio on the public sidewalk for 2 tables, 4 seats for Mix-It. Is there a second?
Do we want to put that's adjacent to the building?
Excuse me?
Do we want to include it's adjacent to the building?
Sure. Adjacent to the building
Okay.
And you need the
with DPW and
And
City
City
Council
Council.
approval. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you so much.
Thank you. Denise.